In this lesson, we will learn about how to graph a linear equation with two variables. The first and foremost thing that you have to remember is the graph of a linear equation is always a straight line. And we draw a straight line by taking 2 points and joining them. So let's see how do we graph a linear equation with two variables. First, you write down the equation. That's step 1. Step 2 is you substitute x equal to 0 and find the corresponding y value. So that should give you a point something like 0, y. Next, you put y equal to 0 and find the corresponding x value from the equation. That will give you something like x, 0 because your y is 0 and you will have a corresponding x value. Then the step 4 is to join those 2 points with a straight line, and that would be your graph for that linear equation. Consider the linear equation 2x plus 3y equal to 6. So this is a linear equation with two variables x and y. So we have written down the linear equation. That was our step 1. Step 2 is substitute x equal to 0 in this equation. And by substituting x equal to 0, you have 2 times 0 plus 3 times y is equal to 6. 2 times 0 is 0. So you'll have 3y equal to 6 and y equal to 2 because 3 divides 6 2 times. Similarly, the third step is to substitute y equal to 0 and you will have 2x plus 3 times 0 is equal to 6, which is nothing but 2x equal to 6 and x equal to 3 because 2 divides 6 3 times. So you end up getting 2 points. In step 2 you have 0, 2, and in the step 3 you have 3, 0. So the next step is to plot these points on the graph and join them. Let's look at a graph. So we need to plot 2 points, 0, 2 and 3, 0. These are our 2 points that we need to plot. So the first, in order to plot 0, 2, let's start at 0. So that's your x coordinate and your y is 2. So this is your 0, 2. Next you need to plot 3, 0. So x is 3. So on the x axis you find 3 and your y is 0. So this is a point on your x axis. So this is your 3, 0. Next step is to draw a straight line connecting these two dots. So that's your straight line. So this is your graph for the linear equation 2x plus 3y equal to 6. And any point on this straight line is considered to be a solution for this equation. So if x equal to 1, then your corresponding y value will be 2 times 1 plus 3y equal to 6, which is nothing but 3y is equal to 6 minus 2. So y equal to 4 by 3, which is equal to 1.333, so on. So if you observe, if x is 1, y value is 1.333. So in this way, you can find the solutions of this linear equation will always lie on this straight line. Now let's work on a problem. You have been given that when Irfan was born, Yusuf was 5 years old. And you have to represent this statement mathematically in the form of linear equations. So the first step is to find out the unknowns in this statement. Here we are talking about ages of two brothers, Irfan and Yusuf. We don't know the age of Irfan and we don't know the age of Yusuf, but we know a relationship between their ages. This is exactly similar to the cricket ball and the tennis ball example that we worked in the previous lesson. So let's write down the ages. Let the age of Irfan be x and Yusuf be y. And we know from the statement that when Irfan was born, Yusuf was 5 years old. Basically what it means is Yusuf's age is 5 years greater than Irfan. So this can be written as y is equal to x plus 5, right? Where x is the age of Irfan. So Yusuf's age is 5 years more than Irfan's age. So let's look at some possible values. When Irfan was born, his age is 0 pretty much. So y would be 0 plus 5, which is 5, which is exactly what the statement is stating above. When Irfan was 1 year old, Yusuf is 6 years old. When Irfan is 2 years old, Yusuf is 7 years, because 2 plus 5 is 7. So now let's plot this graphically. We have actually 3 points, 0, 5, 1, 6 and 2, 7. So we can take any of these 2 points and draw a straight line. So let's look at it. So the points from the previous slide were 0, 5, 1, 6 and 2, 7. Let's try to plot these points. The first point is 0, 5. So the x coordinate is 0 and the y coordinate is 5. So that's here 0, 5. Next one is 1, 6. So x coordinate is 1 and y coordinate is 6. Similarly, it's 2, 7. So next you draw a line which connects these 3 dots. So that is your equation, which is y equal to x plus 5. This can be written in the general form as x minus y plus 5 equal to 0. So now let's try to answer few more questions. We know the equation is x minus y plus 5 equal to 0 is our equation for the ages problem, where x is Irfan's age and y is Yusuf's age. So now we can use this equation to answer questions like, for example, if Irfan's age is 10 years, what's Yusuf's age? Okay, so what we are saying is if x equal to 10, what is y? So let's calculate it. Y is equal to x plus 5, right? So x is 10, so y is 15. So Yusuf's age is 15 years if Irfan's age is 10 years. Similarly, you can also use this equation to answer questions like, if Yusuf's age is 45, what is Irfan's age? So here we have been given Yusuf's age. So y is equal to 45. What is Irfan's age? So again, let's apply the formula. So x minus 45 plus 5 is equal to 0. By substituting y is equal to 45. So this is nothing but x minus 40 is equal to 0. So x is 40. So if Yusuf's age is 45, Irfan's age is 40. So in this way, you can use linear equations to solve mathematical problems.